Hey, hello everyone. I think we'll start 10 minutes after 1. Can you hear me? Is it clear? Is the sound clear?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Now we have 30, 30, 28, 28 students here. So I will wait for 4 more minutes.
전화기 어디 갔지? 나 전화기가 어디 갔지? 아 뭐야? 이거 내 전화기잖아.
Did you hear the sound? That means 110, 10 after 1.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm not sure how many students we will have, but now we have 34. Okay, let me make sure you can hear me. So could you please reply, leave some message? Is it clear? Can you hear me? Leave the message. Okay, good. Okay, now let me introduce myself first. And at the same time, I would like you also very briefly leave some background information about yourself. Two message. The first one is your country. The second one is your major. Okay, again, two information. Your nationality and your major. So to help me get a picture about the students group. So if it's not so sensitive, can you leave your message? tell me yes, Indonesia, English, education. Okay, that's good. Let me share the screen. Okay, now you can see the screen. So at the same time, I would like to introduce myself. So if you are interested in Asia University, you can come to the website and you can click on the language, English. And my department is Leisure and Recreation here. So this is the website of the Department of Leisure and Recreation Management, and it's AACSB accredited. The reason why the department get accredited because it's under the College of Management. Again, here you can click on English if you cannot read Chinese, and you can click on the introduction of the department and see the faculty, full-time faculty, and I'm here. Okay. And or you can click on English. And here is the faculty, full-time teachers. Okay. So my major, I got my PhD from the Florida State University in sport management. So today, although my topic is about leisure and recreation, but the focus would be on the sports. Okay, let's brief introduction of myself. If you are interested, you can read the information here, or you can I can click on the connection for you. Okay, let me see. Indonesia economic and business. Indonesia studying agricultural business. Okay, English language, education department, Malaysia industrial system, engineering management. Okay, so different background. If you are in engineering, maybe you are not familiar with this field related to management or business. Okay, Indonesia agricultural business. Okay, Singapore engineering, social work, economic business. Okay, tourism business management. Okay, probably know more about travel, tourism, hospitality, but today I will have more focus on sports. So there's no major in sports, communications, new media, studying social work, international relation. Okay, international relation, civil engineering, education. Okay. Okay, so most students from Indonesia or Malaysia or Singapore. Okay, thank you. At the beginning, I would like to tell you in the end of this class, so at 4 p.m. Taiwan time, and we will have a quiz, 10 questions for you. All the answers I will emphasize in the class. So if you listen carefully, I believe you will get the 4 points. Okay, just to remind you, I will give you the Google connection, and you will get online to answer the 10 questions. I will emphasize the question and the answer for you. I just want to know whether my explanation is clear or not. So if you don't get my answer or response, or you don't listen carefully, or if you think my explanation is not clear, you can ask again. to leave your message here. So I will explain again. All questions, the answers, all the questions are based on my answer. So there's no absolute correct answer for the questions, just based on my opinion or my ideas. So so the question will be like, according to Dr. Gao's talk, what's the answer? What's the in the following you will pick up one, and the one is my response or my explanation in the class. So just be careful about that. All the questions are very easy. Just try to know whether you can listen clearly. Okay, let me start. Okay, at the beginning, I have a question for you. So now you can see the question. In a macro environment, what would be a major factor that can influence sport entrepreneurship? Probably because you are from different background, different areas. So maybe particularly if you are from economic, maybe this question is easy. But if you are from engineering, this question may not be easy. But just try your best to answer this question. What would be the major factor that can influence sport entrepreneurship? Pay attention to here. Here I refer to the sport, not everything, just sport entrepreneurship. Okay, so leave your message, and then I will explain my answer for you later. Okay. If you don't know the answer, you just try to guess. Do your best to guess the answer, or you can just use your time to Google. That's fine, and try to get an answer, and then respond leave your answer in a message in the chatting room. Okay. So consumer spending. Pay attention. Macro, macro, macroeconomic. Okay, now I would like to introduce the entrepreneurship. Let me share the screen. Okay, I think now you can see the PPT. So you can read by yourself. Entrepreneurship and the entrepreneurs. What is entrepreneurship? So basically, that's related to risk taking, and try to pursue opportunities and the situations. Others may think that's a problem. However, they may think this opportunities to do some business. Okay, let's continue. So entrepreneurs are founders of some business. Today, I will focus more on local small sport business, which we will call sport club. And the clients or the customers basically are students, particularly elementary school students. But entrepreneurs can be large scale. So how can someone become entrepreneurs? They can buy a local, they can buy, so they don't have to create from nothing, or just a retail shop, like chain chain store, or self-employed service business, self-employed. So today we also have this example. For example, coach. Earlier, someone maybe an athlete, but later they decide to become a coach, and it's like kind of self-employed to teach students how to play, like for example, badminton, fencing. Okay, next. So typical characteristics of entrepreneurs. So they may have some. If someone want to be entrepreneurs, I think here we want to emphasize high energy, enthusiastic, right? High need for achievement, and tolerance for ambiguity, because they need to deal with a lot of small things. So today, in the third hour, we will invite entrepreneurs to share some experience with you. One is the boss of the fencing club. Another one is the boss of sport dance. So from their experiences, we can know what's the difficult parts for an athlete to become coach and then become boss. So they need some different skills. Okay, here, as you can see, passion, action, and then self-confidence and the self-reliance. Okay. Next. Although this one is the same. Okay, typical entrepreneurial backgrounds and experiences. Maybe they learn from their parents or from their family. Or the family education encourage them to start a new business. Okay, so how strong interests? I think this is very important. Strong interests. And also seek independence and a sense of mastery. Okay, next one, common mistakes about entrepreneurs. So these mistakes, I think here maybe entrepreneurs can learn, not just are born, not made. So that means this is a mistake. So that means entrepreneurs can learn, for example, from schools, learn some skills, or to get some information, knowledge about how to become entrepreneurs. Money is the key to entrepreneurial success. Although money is very important, but sometimes there's other things more important than just you have money. Okay, so you can have a look by yourself. And if you are interested in this, 50 entrepreneurs share price list advice. I can give you this website connection. Okay. And the small businesses, because it's easier for entrepreneurs to have to start at the beginning from a small business. So usually that's measured by how many employees. Okay. Okay, I think we will skip this one. Family businesses, basically with other family members to cooperate together to create business. For example, today I will introduce Taekwondo club, and the boss or her partner is her sister. So siblings work together to create the business. Why does entrepreneurship not easy? Why is this difficult? Or they may fail because they may lack of experience. Poor financial control. For example, from the coach to the boss, the most important thing is to control the cost. Anything wrong? Sorry on that person. I was in the previous meeting. All is well. Later quiz. Oh, thank you to help me leave this message. And no one answered my question. Why? Is my question unclear? Can you show again that question? Sure. Okay, also I will leave the connection for you. The 50 entrepreneurs share their advice. The question, okay, my question is, let me give the question. This is the question. In a macro environment or macroeconomic, what would be the major factor that can influence sport, entrepreneurship? What's the major factor? If you don't have any idea, you just guess. The first thing you may try to think, sports is a requisite product or luxury product. In your opinion, try to think this question. Popularity of a sport. Oh, pay attention in the macro level, macro environment, macro level, like a macroeconomic. Behavior factor. Usually when we talk about behavior factor, that's more related to individuals. But I would like you to think of in a macro environment. The first thing is to think sport is requisite. Like you need to eat, you need to drink, that's requisite. You need to buy food, that's requisite products. Or we need to eat, to drink water. And the luxury or sports, luxury products. Luxury product like a fancy car. Maybe that's not necessary. You can take a car, you can ride a motorcycle, you can walk. So fancy car is like luxury products. Okay. So government policy, yeah, what kind of policy? Popularity of sport. Oh, good. Income of the citizen. Yeah, yes. Good. You got the point. Income of the citizen. Very good. Demand and supply. Government policy. Popularity, just like how baseball is a national sport in Taiwan. Oh, you are familiar with Taiwan. Good. Baseball is the most popular sport in Taiwan for people here to watch, the number one. And here in Taiwan, we have a professional league of baseball. Income level, good. Yeah, that's the answer I want. Big background influence. What does this mean? Okay, that's fine. It doesn't matter. Government policy to make sure their citizens are fit and healthy. Oh, remember, entrepreneurship. Entrepreneur. The most important, the core meaning, the core for the entrepreneur is basically they want to earn some money. But you may call some social or non-profit. But basically today we're talking about profit entrepreneur. So think about the business, think about the income, think about the profit. The answer must be related to this. So government policy to make sure their citizens are fit and healthy. Yeah, that's a good answer. That's a good answer, but that's like a sport policy. Sport policy, not really about a businessman. Because entrepreneur, in fact, that's business people, government policies. Oh yeah. Government policy maybe influence what they can do, what they cannot do. Foreign investment in sport. I thought the income and quality of product. Okay. Anyway, I think the reason why I want to ask you this question is I want to emphasize a point is whether you are willing to pay to do exercise, and how much are you willing to pay for exercise or for sports. It's a key point. So usually they were related to the GDP per capita, GDP. So that's income. So my point is, if the income is not high, maybe it's difficult to have a good sport entrepreneurship. So that's my answer. Maybe government policy, they might give tax. Yeah, that's a good answer, incentive. If the government sport policy, they want to encourage more sport business, they may give tax incentive. Yes, very good. It's good answer. Good answer. Okay, probably you are major in the business, so you know more. Okay, anyway, that's a question in the end. So the answer is GDP. Let me emphasize again. 10 questions in the end. One of the question is this one, and the answer is GDP. And let me explain again. The key point is whether people in a country or in a community, they are willing to pay for sports. Usually they think, how come I need to pay for exercise? How come I need to pay for sports? So if people, they are not willing to pay for sports or for exercise, maybe it's difficult for sport entrepreneurs to create the business. So that's the key. So usually I would say, if a country or a country or a community or a city, people there, they have already had a good income in average. They don't have to worry about the existing things, and then they are willing to care, concern about their health, and then they want to pay to become a member. They hope to go to a good atmosphere or environment to some exercise, and then they will make the sport entrepreneur possible. That's my key point. Okay, so this is my first one. So usually entrepreneurship, they try to find out a niche, or they see they can earn a market, a new market or a niche. So they think they can get profit from the niche. Okay, I think that's a brief introduction of the entrepreneurship or entrepreneur for you. And the second one, I would like you to answer your second question. This one is easy, but related to another question. The second question is, if you want to do some exercise, where will you go? Where will you go? Or you can answer, if people in your community want to do some exercise, what's the most popular, what's the most common place they will go? Okay, so you can answer your situation, or you can answer gym, park. Good. So my question is clear. Everyone can answer. Gym, park. Gym. But I'm wondering, is a park? I think park is free, right? Related to my first question. Gym or sports clubs? Gym, but is gym free or not? Or let's a school gym? Do you need to pay to go to the gym? That's my question. Yeah, gym. I'm surprised. Park, because more gym, more answers about gym more than park, right? More gym, park. But go to gym, exercise corner, stay at home to do it home to short exercise. In my country, young people often go to the gym. Older people often go to park. Gym, not free. Yes, need to pay. Oh, okay. Okay, but I'm not sure is it popular or not for people to pay to go to gym or not. However, in Taiwan, I would say most people will go to the in Taiwan. It's a very special policy, maybe different from your country. Here in Taiwan, we have a lot of, because Taiwan is also very crowded, so there are many elementary schools, and all the elementary schools are open to the public to do exercise, particularly in the evening, and that's free. That's very special phenomena in Taiwan. So that's another question in the 10 in the quiz. I will ask you, in Taiwan, usually people, if they want to go to do the exercise, where will they go? They will go to the elementary school. particularly for those they just want to have a cheap place. So let me show you some photos. Okay, let me share the screen. Okay, that's an elementary school. And this model is my son for free. So I don't have to worry about the intellectual property. Okay, and so as you can see, that's a campus. So just try to imagine the elementary school. It's something like this. So this campus, and you can run, jogging. Usually in elementary school, it's about 300 meters in a circle. And 3 or 2, 200, 200. And the middle school is 300. And college, 400. But interestingly, in Taiwan, middle school and senior high school, they may not open. They may not be open for the public, but elementary school is open. So later, if you have a chance to visit Taiwan, if you see something, blah, blah, elementary school, then feel free to enter, to do some exercise, to take a visit. And then you can see here, that's a basketball field. People can play basketball. So it's also related to another question answer. What's the second popular sports in Taiwan for people, for residents, citizens in Taiwan, they play? The answer is basketball. Okay. So you may be curious, what's the number one? What's the number one? It's easy. Do you want to guess? What's the number one? I think I can tell you. Of course, the number one is jogging or walking. And the number two is basketball. So remember, the answer is basketball. So now I already give you 3 answers to 3 questions. Let me repeat. Number 2, in Taiwan, there is a special phenomena. The public, where they will go to do some exercise, where it's open to the public. The answer is elementary schools. Okay, and also some people, they will find out, you can see some people play badminton, although there's just 2 people play together. Or here is some basketball. Okay. And interesting, you can see there's in the middle, there's a grass here, grass field, right? Some elementary school, they try to keep this grass. Maybe they feel it's more healthy. But some elementary school, they may also use this space to put some docking, another field for other sports. I think here some of you can speak Chinese, can listen, can understand Chinese, right? Can you help me? 躲避球, what's the English? Can you leave the message? Okay, anyway. So this just one elementary school, but this elementary school is very, very, very old. So since 1896. Okay, let me close. Yeah, thank you. Oh, very good. So you can understand my Chinese. Perfect. Touchable. Yes. Okay, so later we will, in the 3rd hour, we will have the entrepreneur. So if they cannot speak English, you can help translate. Perfect. Okay, and next, I would like to share you another special phenomena in Taiwan. That's also related to sport entrepreneur. or entrepreneurship. That's fitness center, community fitness center. Okay, let me open fitness center. Okay, let me share the screen. Okay, so now you can see the screen. Advanced theory and the practice in sport marketing. It's my major. Sport management, and particularly in the sport marketing, and the more specific sport consumer behavior in spectator sports. That's my major. So I have a small paper here in this book. That's about the community fitness center. So I'm here. Let me make it larger. So here, this is a case study. Why and how to examine the impacts of community sports centers in Taiwan. In the first question, I answered a question about whether people want to pay to go to do some exercise. But I think at this moment, Taiwan's GDP is already more than like 20,000, right, per capita, 20,000. So at that time, the government think maybe it's a time to help, to encourage the sport lifestyle. So they think of a brave attempt of Taiwan's government to encourage a sport lifestyle. Okay, so at the beginning, that's from Taipei. Here, sports center, to build up sports centers for each district. So each district, they will build up sports centers. One sports center per district in order to meet residents' demand for sport recreation, increase sport industrial development. So you can see some history here. So later, if you have a chance to visit Taiwan, you can pay attention to where you are, in which district, and every district there will be a sports center, community sports center, and then you need to pay to use the facility. And now they move on to the middle of Taiwan, the Taichung, Asia universities in Taichung. So now Taichung, I think probably have in the middle of Taiwan probably have a very new 2 or 3, and they may later they may have more. So anyway, this is from Taipei. Okay, and how do they do this business? You can pay attention to here. These community sports centers adopted and operate and the transfer model. So the government paid the money to build up the community, and then they will transfer to the we can call sport entrepreneur, and they will do the business for profit. But there are some constraints in the form of government regulations in the contract. there are two major constraints. The first constraint, they cannot. So you can see here the transfer, they outsource to private sectors the contract. The first constraint is they cannot have the membership. The reason why the rationale of the government, they have this constraint is they hope it's accessible for the public, not just for rich people. So you don't have to be member. So membership is not allowed for this community center. And the second constraint is the fee. So your sports centers, they want to increase the fee. They need to get permission. Or you can see sports centers are not allowed to have a premium club members, and their ticket price is under control. Again, they want to, the major purpose of these sports centers is to affordable for everyone. Also, sports centers are strongly encouraged to design some charitable activities, particularly for local people, for the local community residents. But these constraints may make the business difficult. But still they can survive if they can do this. They can do the management or business well. Okay, anyway, I think now is 153. So anyway, let's take a break. Let's take 10 minutes break. And if you have any question, you can talk to me or leave your message here. And we will be back and have a second hour. 3 after 2. 2:03. 3 minutes after 2. Okay, take a break.